Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Closer.
Literally. Literally.
Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house.
Get it together.
Rabbits in the house.
Let's get it together.
Rabbits in the house.
Get it together.
Rabbits in the house.
Come on, get it together.
Rabbits in the house. 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 Rabbits
You
in the
better get it together. We gon' get it together.
Rabbits in the house. Rabbits
Get
in
it
the
together.
house. Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house.
Get it together.
Rabbits in the house. Rabbits
You
in
better
the
get it together. We gon' get it together.
Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house.
Together.
Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house.
Hit the like button,
Rabbits
thumbs
in
up,
the house.
and
Rabbits.
subscribe.
Keep your
White
friends
tick
close,
mark.
but your enemies closer. Closer.
Literally. Literally.
Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house.
Let's get it together.
Rabbits in the house.
Get it together.
Rabbits in the house.
Let's get it together.
Rabbits in the house.
Get it together.
Rabbits in the house.
Come on, get it together.
Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house. Rabbits in the house. rabbits in.
Oh, let's get it together. Yeah, we're here. And another episode. On to another episode. Shout out to the chat, everyone. How y'all doing? We are back with another one. What's going on, chat? What's going on? Raw Man, Kiss My Cheeks. EJ Cleveland. Highly favored. Queen Regina. What's going on? Hit the like button if you haven't already. Kindly. Thank you kindly. We are here finally. If you've been following along, we have finally gotten to the point to where the village of Dolton, the village of Dolton, the trustees and the mayor should be voting on the budget today. In today's episode, this took place on July 31st of 2021, and we are going through these initial videos and streams and hearings and meetings to get an idea of when did it start going wrong amongst the Dolton trustees and the mayor. At what point did it start going wrong? Has it always been that way, or is it something that developed over time? So it's interesting to try to understand, how did we get here? How in the world did we get to the point to where we are on a world stage making an embarrassment of black people in power? Yeah. So yeah, that's what this is for. So today we're gonna see how this went. If you remember, if you've seen any of the past live streams, then you would know that the trustees had an issue passing the budget, and they gave their reasons as to why they felt that they needed to postpone it. At this point, the budget should have been passed already, but they still had some hiccups. They had some things they had to work out, some disagreements. You guys seen it play out. If you haven't, then you might want to go back and check the past live streams on this subject that I've done. Finally, we have gotten to this point. TP, what's up? Finally, we have gotten to this point where we are supposed to vote today. And I expect to see nothing but, well, the meeting should end with a vote. That's what I expect. And we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes. It doesn't seem to be a long meeting. It seemed to be a pretty short one. Seemed to be a pretty short one. They had a process today that they did. Pick and Choose TV, Slim with 2 M's. What's going on? They had a process that they did where they took questions for the first 15 minutes, and then they proceeded with the meeting. They took questions from the audience for the first 15 minutes, then they proceeded with the meeting. Retro 813, what's going on? This stream was less than an hour, so this live is going to be pretty short, as it's not going to take us too long to get through this meeting, because it's pretty much shorter than some of the ones we've seen previously. So this one will be fairly short. T, how you doing? The Wabbit hotline numbers at the top of the screen, top right of the screen. If anybody wants to call in or have any comments on the village of Dolton, or have any insight or anything they want to add to what we might anything dealing with this subject, um, they feel free to, as well as the link. If anybody wants to hit the link to discuss this topic, then the link will be in the chat, and the moderators will have access to the link as well. If anybody wants the link, they can request the link, and it will be put in the chat. I will also have Nightbot put the link in the chat as well. And all right. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. We have arrived to the point to where the budget should be approved today. That should be the thing. Everybody should have went over it, and we should have no more issues. Uh, I want the people of Dalton to get what they're supposed to get. I want them to receive the necessities and the help and the work that needs to be done. I want that for them. So more than anything, it's very important to make sure that the people of Dalton receive the help that they need. And that's what I'm rooting for. And I'm hoping that today a budget can be passed so that the ball can get rolling on moving forward with getting things done for the people. Evolme. What's up, Evolme?
Hey, sis.
How you doing?
Good. Listen, when I caught the playback yesterday,
Hmm.
there were just a couple of questions from yesterday when it was concerning, the grant that was given to the township for the road repairs and stuff like that. And I was like, with the grant, if I'm correct, you have to do a proposal of what's going to be used for that grant money. And it seemed kind of odd that she would have her constituents call in to say where the repairs need to be done. That that just didn't. I didn't understand that.
Well,
I would,
I'm not sure how it works in the village of Dalton, because sometimes
right.
other places do things differently. So I'm not really familiar. Um, yeah, so I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to listen.
Okay, hold on. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. All right, so we're gonna start off. Um, uh, we're gonna start the meeting, and I have my girl Yvonne May up here with me, so she's gonna be chiming in. If anybody else wants to chime in, feel free to. Uh, this will be pretty short as far as the the whole meeting. Um, do remember that this is the past. We are in the past, and some of the present might not apply in this moment. So I do know that we do have some present knowledge of certain things, but some of those things might not apply at this point because a lot of things has not happened yet at this point. So I do want everyone to keep that in mind. So yeah, shout out to David Brooks. Thank you for subscribing. Nurse Betty, what's up? All right, let's go.
Okay, we're live.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Board of Trustees, clerk, attorney, finance director, Chris, and residents of Dolton. Today, we're calling to order of a notice of public hearing. Notice is hereby giving that pursuant to section 8-2-9 of the Illinois Municipal Code, the mayor and the board of trustees of the Village of Dolton, Cook County, Illinois, will hold a public hearing at 11 a.m. on Saturday, July 31st, 2021, via Zoom to consider the appropriation ordinance for the fiscal year commencing May 1st, 2021, and ending April 30th of 2022. Members of the public will be allowed to comment on the proposed ordinance at the public hearing. A copy of the appropriation ordinance is available for viewing in the office of the Village of Clerk. Clerk Key, can you please call the roll?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Trustee Holmes,
Here.
Trustee Norwood,
Here.
Trustee Steve. Trustee Steve?
Present, I'm here.
Okay. Trustee Belcher,
Here.
Trustee House,
Present.
and Trustee Brown.
Present.
We have a quorum.
All right, thank you. So now we're going to open it up for any questions as relates to public comment. Derek, if you can read the questions into record.
You good?
Yeah, they kicked me out.
Who did it?
StreamYard.
Oh shoot! All right.
I'm like, what the hell?
All right.
There are no questions at this time.
All right. Well, just so everybody's aware how this works, we will wait until 11:30 to hear any questions from the public. And then from there, we will conclude this hearing and we will go ahead and pass the budget. So we got 15 minutes. As they come in, Derek, just let me know. We can start.
Okay.
So they're basically gonna wait for people to give questions for the next 15 minutes. So over the next 15 minutes, they're gonna sit here and as people ask questions, they're gonna answer it, and after that 15 minutes is up, they'll start the meeting. So we'll see how that goes. We'll watch that play out.
Okay, so they're waiting for a full board.
No, they have a full board. They
Oh.
called the row to make sure that everybody's present. So they have a full board. Everybody's present, and now they're carrying on with the first part before they start the meeting. So they're gonna have the public ask questions, and they'll take the questions in the chat, and somebody will read it to them, and they'll respond. And they're allotted 15 minutes time period for which in that time period people can ask their questions.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. And when it's over with, they'll start the meeting where they basically the meeting is to approve the budget.
I got a quick question. Is the village administrator on here? Ms. Brown?
She is.
I just wanted to edit, was there an email blast sent out about this? I don't see it in my email, so maybe I missed it.
I'm not sure, but
An email blast?
Yeah, sent out about this meeting.
It went out to all department heads and trustees and
The
it was
clerk
posted.
handled
I'm
the
sorry.
publication, trustee, so she's answering.
And it was also posted, like the public hearing was posted 10 days ago. The agenda was posted maybe 5 days ago. It's been out there.
Yeah, I'm talking about this to the residents for the village. Usually we send an email blast out, but okay.
I wouldn't have any residents' emails.
Yeah. No. Did I say clerk or the village administrator? I meant village administrator. I was talking about
Okay,
Ms.
well-
Brown. Yeah.
okay. Well, it was communicated to the public. So if the public wants to tune in now, they can. So everyone has it. Everything was done legal, above bar. It was in the paper. It was 10 days. The clerk did her job. So we did our part. Now it's up to the residents to get on and ask questions if they like.
So there is one question, and it's about this. When was the proposed budget published in the newspaper per ordinance?
Go ahead, Clark.
Okay, it was posted on July 21st.
This meeting is July 31st, 2021. This is taking place July 31st, 2021. She's been mayor since May 8th, 2021. So this is going on her third month of mayorship, going towards her fourth month as mayor.
Sorry. Yeah, July 21st. And it was in the Tribune paper.
It doesn't seem to be much questions in the chat at the moment. So as they wait,
Someone just asked, is there a quorum?
You have something to say, Roman?
I was just gonna say, as they wait, we wait.
Quorum?
Someone just asked, is there a quorum?
A quorum?
Yes, there is a quorum. Every board member is accounted for, as you can see.
I have no clue what a quorum is. I don't know.
That is everybody there that would be able to pass a vote. Like if they didn't have enough people there, it would like be a null and void meeting because they don't have enough people there
Right.
to pass the vote.
Gotcha. Thank you. Shout out to Draco. What's up, Draco?
Another question is this meeting published on the website? I had someone call me about the meeting.
Yes, it is. It is posted on the website.
Sunrise, good morning. Well, good afternoon, I should say. As we wait, as we wait.
Somebody just asked, what is the meeting about?
What?
Wow.
Can we time that person out? Can we time that person out, man? They trolling.
Somebody just asked, what is the meeting about?
It is about the budget.
Track racing and drones, what's up? TV. she chuckled at that question. It's about the budget.
Someone said, in the future, can we, the residents, have the same notification as the board? Thanks in advance.
The residents did get the same notification as the board.
Okay, another question. Is there money in the budget for public works? I've been trying to get a tree trim for some time now.
Yes, I did increase services over in public works.
Someone said, where at on the site is it published, this meeting, please?
I'm not on the site right now to tell you where to go, but if you're on here, you're about to hear the budget. It will be broken down to you. Or if you got any questions about the budget, you can ask your questions.
If they like, they can go under the clerk site and go under board meetings. It's posted under my page. It should also be under transparency, but they can find it under the clerk's site under board meeting minutes and agendas.
Shout out to the clerk for answering the question.
A long 15 minutes.
You think so? It's been about 11.
You know, I have written in the chat, you know, with yesterday's stream with wait a minute, sorry, with the things that needed to be paid that were not paid since 2013 or 15. Tiffany was on that board for 8 years.
Mhm.
Where was her voice then? It's just a thought.
That's a good question. That's a good question. And maybe the answer lies in the past meetings from before she was mayor. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I have a record of those as well that I didn't go into,
Oh.
but that should be able to answer those questions right there. Shout out to the
Will
chat.
the budget address public safety in our village?
Yes, it definitely has. I added more police officers in the budget. So we are caring and showing that we need public safety.
Lord of mercy. And we wait. Hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're just coming in, please hit the like button. The meeting ain't start yet. The meeting has not started yet. They are just taking questions from anybody in the public for 15 minutes. It's been about 14 minutes. I guess we're gonna start soon. Let's see. Speed it up a little bit.
Out of respect for the fire department, why wasn't the meeting postponed till after his funeral?
What?
Well, we didn't know that the funeral was going to be the day of this hearing. As you know, it is 10 days out.
Oh, so apparently there's a firefighter that died, and the funeral for the firefighter is on this day of this meeting. Wow. So that question was posed because of that.
Well, we didn't know that the funeral was going to be the day of this hearing. as you know, it is 10 days out that you have to post for a hearing legally. So legally, we couldn't change anything. So there are people there on behalf of the mayor and trustees to speak to that.
All right, I think this question was answered, but what date was the notice for this special board meeting posted for the general public?
July 21st.
Are we going to really get clear answers about this budget? Why are salaries combined on line items? Example, police chief line item says 270,000. Village admin says 200,000.
Chris, can you answer that?
In the notes or descriptions column, it explains who is included in each line item. So the 270,000 for police chief was police chief and 2 deputy chiefs. The 200,000 was the village administrator and the executive assistants for the village administrator and the mayor. So each line item for payroll purposes has a detailed breakdown of what each one consists of.
Thick cut, what's going on?
Look like the attorney has his hand up, Mayor. You're on mute.
Go ahead, attorney.
I do not have my hand up. I just want to remind everyone that because this is a virtual meeting due to the pandemic, that we need to make, when we do adjourn this meeting, we need to have a roll call vote on the adjournment rather than just a by consensus vote for the motion to adjourn. And that is because of the fact that it's a virtual meeting due to the pandemic. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, everything was shut down back.
Somebody else said, I'm sorry, please repeat, but I'm not.
Yep. That's during the heart of the pandemic right here.
Yeah.
Not sure what they're asking to be repeated.
Okay. Whoever had the question, can you rephrase, like reframe your question?
Egon, he's stupid.
Distracting One said that the other day.
What?
And she does look like her.
Yeah,
She look like Regina.
I actually noticed that once I seen it in the comment.
They asking Chris to repeat the budget lines.
To repeat what he just stated?
Yes.
Okay.
So the two budget lines that were discussed were the police chief, which was the 270,000, which consists of the police chief and two deputy chiefs. The administration line that has the village administrator, the executive assistant for the mayor, and the village administrator. If you look in the description column, it will explain what each line item consists of.
All right.
The budget I received doesn't have individual salaries. Why is that? Example, how much does the chief make? How much does each deputy chief make?
Chris.
So 1 second, the chief makes 100,000. One of the deputy chiefs makes 80,000, and the other deputy chief makes 86,569. The reason why there are two deputy chiefs is because one is out on medical purposes. So until that situation gets resolved, the village has two deputy chiefs on staff.
Hey, Specters, what's up?
That answered the question that was just asked without it being asked.
All right. Any more questions, Derek? We're going to conclude our hearing and go on to the agenda.
That is it.
If you right click in your chat box on the computer, you'll see an option to do emojis.
All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn the appropriation ordinance hearing?
I motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, who's second? I didn't hear who's second.
I second.
Thank you.
So, you call her off.
All right, it seems like they're about to start the meeting now. Okay, all right. Get it started.
Trustee Holmes?
Here.
Trustee Norwood?
Here.
Trustee Steve?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
And Trustee Brown?
Aye.
Okay, meeting adjourned at 11:36 a.m.
All right, thank you. So we're going to move over to notice of the special meeting of Board of Trustees via Zoom live stream on YouTube, Saturday, July 31st, 2021. The time is now 11:37, and can you call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Holmes?
Here.
Trustee Norwood?
Present.
Trustee Steve?
Present.
Trustee Belcher?
Here.
Trustee House?
Here.
Trustee Brown?
Present.
We have a quorum.
All right, thank you. If you all will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America.
and
To the republic
which
stands one nation
under God.
under God.
Hold on, you still sitting, Trustee Belcher? Stand up. What's wrong with you?
Indivisible, liberty.
With liberty and justice.
Justice for all.
Okay, if we can have Trustee Brown lead us in prayer.
Father God, we come to you this afternoon asking you for a successful passing of our 2022 budget. We ask these things in your son, Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Okay.
Lord of mercy.
So now,
These prayers is amusing to me.
under old business, discussion and possible action required for approval of ordinance number 21-004, adopting a budget appropriation ordinance for FY fiscal year of 2021 through 2022. Can I get a motion to pass the budget?
I motion.
And is there a second to pass the budget? Okay, just for the record, guys, you have.
Oh my God. Yo.
What happened?
Let's try it again. Let's see.
I motion.
Ordinance for FY fiscal year of 2021 through 2022. Can I get a motion to pass the budget?
I motion.
And is there a second to pass the budget? Okay, just for the record, guys.
No second to pass the goddamn budget, yo.
Oh, wow.
The trustees don't want to pass the budget, bro. Here we go again. Oh man. All right. At this point, we heard everybody's grievances. We thought that at this point, definitely everybody understands what compromises needed to be made and whatever. But there still seems to be some issues. Fenichi, what's going on? Uncle L, what's up? There still seems to be some issues, Miss Eve. Yeah, there's still some issues. Let's see what's going on. Let's see why we didn't get a second on that budget. Did you guys feel the budget was gonna be passed? Did you guys feel the budget was gonna be passed? Man, let's see.
I motion.
I mean, we still have more time to go, so they can always change their mind, I guess. But it's just interesting that it seems like their mind was made up to not pass it. Any comments?
I'm just wondering, are they going to have a discussion as to why not?
Absolutely, it seems like they will.
But like you said, she's only been 3 months in.
See,
What is the issue?
See, the thing is, from the last meeting when Trustee House expressed that the budgets were projected, she reached out to them and said, you know, I'm asking you guys to give me a chance, give me an opportunity. So basically, they would have to have some kind of faith in her to give her the chance to see if she's going to even mess up or do good. So she's going to need the opportunity to even do bad or good. They're going to have to be able to give her a chance. So that's what she was asking them to do. You guys got to give me a chance. So
I agree with that, but I'm I'm just thinking, are they going? Wait a minute, I'm hearing a feedback.
Is it coming from me?
Get off of this.
Yeah,
I hear it in my thing.
It might be coming. Hold on, let me see something.
I'm on my laptop. The volume is down.
It's not. I think it might be me. Hold on. How about now?
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, you're hearing it when you talk.
Just a little bit.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Out to the chat.
You know, nobody has no faith in her. You know.
It's gonna be worse. about now? Still getting feedback?
Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe I should take my earbuds off.
You could try it. Uh, how about now?
Wait a minute. Yeah. Let me just disconnect.
Coming from my end. Give me 1 second, yeah. Do I think gender plays a role in the former mayor as a man? Well, she is the first female mayor. She is the first female mayor, so
I see Egon says 3 months is long enough to know someone not up to the job. But 3 months and how many meetings?
mm.
They only meet once a month, though, right?
No, I think
Or
I'm
do
not
they
sure.
have meetings in between?
I'm not sure how often they meet. Sometimes they meet more than once a month. Sometimes they meet more than once a month.
120 days.
No, I think we should be good now.
Okay. Let me hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, my AirPods is on. Okay.
And is there a second to pass the budget? Okay, just for the record, guys, you have to put a motion and a second on the floor to open up discussion, and you can amend or adjust. So can someone second his motion to pass the budget?
I have an amended motion for the budget.
Okay.
So I would motion that the ordinance number 21-004 be approved with the amendments of line 1-12-422 being reduced 55,000 for the grant writer and transferred to 112-549 to put it as a contract. Second amendment will be reducing line 112-424 from 70,000 to 35,000. Third
Ooh.
amendment, reducing line
Wait a
one.
minute, trustee. So you amended 70K to 34K. What is that for?
70 to 35K for a reduction.
Of what? Of what? Of
Well,
what?
if I may, I want to complete the motion and then in discussion.
Hold on, trustee, Madam Chair.
What is happening right now? Yvonne?
They cutting somebody's pay or contract in half.
Like the lawyer,
Wow.
the lawyer sounds like he's about to step in. Sounds like the lawyer is about to step in right now.
Of what? Of what?
And
Of what?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, when this was talked about before, and she said, y'all have this information and we spoke upon it. Now, is this what she's talking about? We've already talked about this. This was not brought up back then,
This stuff,
and now we get here.
right. It usually gets to this most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Something drastic like this gets brought up right here. And prior to them getting here, they've had conversations, and a lot of times it seems like she's under the impression that they don't have no issues.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we'll see. It seems like the lawyer is about to step in here. He has a few amendments. Some of them sound kind of drastic, so we'll see if we can get some understanding.
Trustee, so you amended 70K to 34K. What is that for?
70 to 35K for a reduction.
Of what? Of what? Of
Well,
what?
if I may, I want to complete the motion and then in discussion.
Hold on, trustee, Madam Chair.
Yes,
if I may.
Yes.
Does the first movement withdraw his motion and allow trustee House to make a motion with certain amendments? Because that's the proper parliamentary procedure. There's now two motions with 0 seconds on the floor. So if the first movement wants to withdraw his motion, then trustee House can make an motion to approve the appropriation ordinance as amended, subject to the following amendments. Get the second and then list the amendments.
Right. So basically, as I stated, they have to make a motion in a second and then talk about discussion to basically amend it how they
You're
like.
correct, ma'am.
Okay. So let's
Correct.
go
You're
back
correct.
to what
So either,
what I just stated.
right.
Okay. So is there a motion and second to approve the budget, and then you can make your amendments? Is what I was stating in the beginning. So is there first and second? I know that Trustee Holmes motioned it, and is there a second? And then you can make your adjustments, Trustee House.
So let me just.
They don't want to second the budget. They don't want to second the budget. He like, wait. So we got to second it first? No, I ain't trying to do that. All right. You sound confused.
Just for clarity. So I thought the motion would come, if there were amendments to be made, the amendments would be included with the motion.
You could do it one of two ways. The mayor's absolutely 100% correct. So you can make the second and then ask for a motion to amend it with the listings. Or Trustee Holmes could withdraw his motion. You could make a motion as amended. The simpler way to do it is the way the mayor said it, is you make the motion, you get the second. You could second it, Trustee, and then you could ask for a friendly amendment or a motion to amend with those changes.
Nah, he ain't trying to do that.
Letitia donated $10. $10 challenge in full effect. Tes for giving folks an amazing day of diverse and entertaining content.
Lord of
Much
mercy.
love to Sis, THA Wabbits, and Chat. Hashtag Sis with the blueprint. Hashtag Wabbits takeover.
Lord of mercy. Shout out to Letitia. Shout out to Letitia, Third Eye POV. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know Letitia, Third Eye POV, so it's Letitia, Third Eye POV. Make her great again. She got StreamYards and she dropping the link, y'all. Letitia sent a donation. Said $10 challenge in full effect. Shout out to Sis for giving folks an amazing day of diverse and entertaining content. Much love to Sis, the Wabbits, and the chat. Hashtag Sis with the blueprint. Hashtag Wabbits takeover. Oh, shout out to the Wabbits. Shout out to Letitia. Appreciate you. $10 challenge in full effect. I appreciate you. Oh, we rocking out.
Shout out to Letitia.
She in the bushes working. You know what I mean? She's still listening. Shout out to Letitia.
But now that there's a motion on the floor, it has to be second, or when you try a motion to go forward, that doesn't work under Robert's rules. So what you could do is second it and then ask for a motion to amend as follows. And then you just go through the changes that you want to make. That's how I would.
Well, no, I'm
So
not.
I have a question.
Yeah, he don't want to second it. Because if he seconds it, then he's basically passing the budget, and then he's gonna have to ask for the amendments, and then they can pass that. He don't want to do that because I don't really think he has no really. I don't want to speculate, man, but I don't think there's no real intention of passing this budget for real. But let's see. Because for me, I already said to myself, if we get to this point and you guys do the same thing, I'm coming to the conclusion that you guys don't want to. Y'all don't want to, and y'all didn't want to from the beginning. And it's just like, that's not what I want to think, but you're forcing me to think that.
Could do is second it and then ask for a motion to amend as follows. And then you just go through the changes that you want to make. That's how I would.
Well, no, I'm
So
not.
I have a question. Oh no, Trustee.
But you're wrong.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Trustee Belcher, 1 second.
Just for
So,
clarity,
Trustee
I will not second that motion.
I figured. Okay. I figured. Like, it's what he has no intentions of seconding that motion, and it's almost like he knows that the items that he's about to pull out is gonna create more delay.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree with you, sir.
Oh man, his behavior is.
It seems. So, do you think they didn't want her in there? That's what I'm getting.
I don't think so.
Because 3 months, you stopping a person at 3 months into the job.
From the first month.
It's from the first, yeah. And I'm just not understanding it.
This is why I had to come back this far, because I'm just trying to understand what's wrong.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong? How could it get so bad? You know, and it's not making sense. It's not making sense. So I'm trying to understand. Okay, well, was it somewhere along the line that her behavior or her actions made them lose trust in her? But I'm starting to conclude that they never trusted her, and I don't know why. They probably got their reasons, but I don't know why. And
Mhm.
the way they're handling it to me is unfair.
Yeah, and was it at the time that she was a trustee
What do you mean?
and then became mayor? If she's been trustee for 8 years and then became mayor and they're giving her this much flack,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing I can think of is why they're trying to stop her, period.
Did they expect her to win? Did they think she was gonna lose? And was
Ah,
the winner upset? Was it a surprise? I don't know.
mhm,
Maybe, it makes me want to look back more into the campaign and what I mean, to even get a more better understanding because it's confusing.
right. And it doesn't make any sense. They're stopping her at the door. Now,
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Hmm.
Okay, so if no one's going to second his motion, it would die. Then you can go ahead and make your own motion. So
Madam
anybody?
Chair, can we ask, thank you, sorry, thank you, Mayor.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, can we ask, no one will second the first motion that was made. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, nobody's answered. So yeah, the motion is not perfected. So now we can go on to a second motion. Trustee House, if you want to make your motion now, then the form that you want it to would be the appropriate time.
Okay. So is this the time to make the motion?
As I said, this would be the appropriate time.
Okay. So I would motion for the approval of ordinance number 21-004 with the following amendments. Line 1-12-422, reduced by $55,000 for the grant writer, transferring that to line 1-12-549, putting that as a contracted service. Line 1-12-424, reducing from $70,000 to $35,000. Line 1-12-423, reduced from $95,000 to $47,500, reducing the number of representatives from 4 to 2. And line 1-12-563, reducing from $30,000 in trainings to $10,000. $10,000 in training.
Okay.
That's my motion.
Y'all don't want to get educated. Okay, got it. Is there a second for Trustee House's motion?
I'll second it.
Okay, so there's
I just knew that they would second. I just knew they would second whatever he. This is my assumption, right? I just assumed that they would just second whatever. It don't matter what he was gonna, whatever motion he was gonna say. I just felt that the rest of the trustees would have just automatically seconded. That's just how I feel. Completely my opinion. Completely my opinion.
a motion and second. So now we're gonna open the floor for any discussion. So Trustee House, can you break down each item that you are adjusting? What it is? What's the reason for it?
First line item was $55,000 for the grant.
Go ahead.
hold up, sis. Why does Belcher look like she done caught a cat or something? She like she knows what's up.
You see her? Her lips is perked up. She like
Yeah,
there's some. If you remember from prior meetings, she has some issues with the budget.
right.
Some issues that when her and Tiffany spoke in public, they expressed that they discussed it, and it was told to Ms. Belcher that some things just is not gonna be the way she wants it. They made some compromises, but according to Ms. Belcher, she doesn't feel enough compromises was made on her part. and that's been kind of why she has not been going towards the budget. And I
It just
figure
looks like she's just glad, gleeful, you know, that this is happening.
I don't want to speculate too much, but at times depend because they haven't had a conversation right now for me to say anything. But she definitely wants to. It seems like she has something she wants to say. It seems like she might have some grievances, and her face says a lot.
Right.
Writer,
Adjusting what it
uh,
is. What's
the
the reason for it?
first line item was $55,000 for the grant writer, transferring that from employee to a contract service. The second line item is the youth services, reducing from 70,000 to 35,000. Fourth item is the customer service reps, the part-time customer service reps, reducing it from 4 to 2. And the fourth item is reducing the trainings from $30,000 to $10,000. The overall summary of requests for reductions is cost savings to the village.
Okay. So each trustee, I will hear from you as relates to what trustee House is proposing. And then the grant writer, what's the ending amount? Was it 35? Is that what I heard?
The grant writer is being transferred from one line to another with the same amount.
Okay, so they're just going to be contract.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with trustee Norwood about the items that trustee House has proposed.
So
I don't know. Kiana had something to say. She might have. Why you didn't start with me? You know I had something to say. Kiana over there like, why you didn't start with me? We stop starting trouble.
Trustee Norwood about the items that trustee House has proposed.
So I'm in regards to the line items that we removed. My main concern was the amount of spending. So that's how I went about making changes. I wanted to be more conservative in terms of the spending. So I did hear that, I did hear Trustee House, our finance guys state that this budget is spending more in this year than we've spent in the last 8 years. So I took that in consideration. I looked over the budget. I understand that we need police officers. So of course we didn't want to touch that. I understand that we need firefighters, didn't want to touch that. I understand that we need public works, didn't want to touch that. The grant writer, I feel that the grant writer should be on contract. As I explained to you before, I think that with a position like that, I'm more comfortable knowing that we're actually, they're actually doing their job and bringing in revenue. So I feel as if we have them on contract. As I think I stated to you before, if we do that, then it can come across us if they're making money for the village and they're bringing in the funds as they should, then I say that we can continue their services. So that's why I decided to move that to contract. The youth services, I say that as the head of the youth committee, I'm with funding the youth committee, but I want to see where it goes. So I figure, hey, let's start with 35,000. Let's see what we can do with that. And if we need more, we can always amend it. I think as you stated to me before, in regards to the customer service reps, I understand we've always had Larry, so I'm for adding another customer service rep. And in regards to training, I understand that we need training. So I've done the math, and with the 10,000 that we have, we can still complete the trainings necessary. And if we need more money there, I figured that we can always, like you stated to me before, add to that. But my main concern was the overall spending. So when I looked at the budget, how I made my decision again, as I looked over the things and decided what we could prioritize at a later point, or things that we can always make changes to at a later time once we bring in more money, or those projections are, we've actually received some of the money there in the budget.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Brown?
Okay, as Trustee Norwood stated, I felt the same way as in regards to the reduction. And again, as far as the clerks, we have always worked on a reduced staff anyway. So we did add to, and if two are needed later on, then we can always add. But to this entire thing that we asked for reduction, later on down the line, I'm sure if there is an increase needed, that we can always go back and make those changes to these necessary services that we spoke about today. Again, as she said, fire, police, public works are our number one priority. So again, let's not touch those, but we can make a reduction in these other areas. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Steves?
Yeah, she is skipping Mrs. Belcher, boy. She's skipping all around Mrs. Belcher, boy. God damn.
Yes, can you?
Trustee Steve, you in the car. What you doing? Trustee Steve on his way to his girlfriend's house. Trustee Steve, what you doing? Bro, you supposed to be at work. Look at Trustee Steve in the car. Looking like they caught him doing something.
I hear me?
Yep.
Um, we trustees, we came up with these small amount of reductions or small amount of changes. Still, it's still a heavy. The administration budget raised up a lot. It's still a decent amount of money that we're spending more than we have in the past. I think we went from 22 million to 24 million, but I think the administration got 98 to 99% of the things that was proposed. So it's our efforts to work with the administration and be conservative, try to be conservative of our spending. The town is in a better financial condition than it has been in the past some years now, and that's from conservative spending every year. So I think this is it's still a balanced budget with a small surplus, and we get some things that we needed. I know the public works needed the fire, more police officers. I think 10 police officers. So I think this is a balanced budget, and it will help the town to move forward.
They normally spend 22 million, and this time they're gonna spend 24 million, and for an increase of 2 million to fix stuff that has been neglected for years. The spending goes
I'm
from
not understanding.
it goes from 22 million to 24, and he's like, nah, this is way too much. But what would it be if we actually did the work like we were supposed to do? Would it not be around this amount? If we actually got the things done that we wasn't doing? I don't know. Hey, we'll see.
Especially
Okay.
collecting on those bills from 2013 and 2015. That's almost 10 years. What were they doing?
And the amount of revenue that could have been added to that budget, according to the village administrator, when she broke that down in the last meeting, in the finance meeting, they got over $2 million that they could be getting to add to the budget. What's the problem?
Somebody wasn't doing their job,
And it
or
seems
they
like,
didn't appoint anybody to oversee, what was needed to be done.
and it seems like people don't want people to be able to do the job. Oh man.
At this point, it's like control. They want to either control her or don't want her to take control of what needs to be done.
So at this point I don't see her giving any pushback. She might just have no choice but to
Can
just,
she?
huh?
Right. I was going to say, can she?
Right. She might have.
Because they have to vote on it.
Right. And at this point, she needs something passed. So
Mhm.
I think at this point she might just accept whatever they say, like just whatever you guys want, I'll just give it to you. Just pass this stuff, man. Cause it's like
Or the only other thing I would say, if she needs the things done, take it to the people and say, I'm trying to do this, that, and the third, and it's not happening. Y'all need to ask these trustees, why not?
maybe that would have been a smarter move for her early on.
Mhm.
So I think this is a balanced budget, and it will help the town to move forward.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Trustee Belcher.
What? She said no comment. Oh my God. Yo, she said no comment. These women is catty, bro. They extremely catty.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Trustee Belcher. We didn't catch it. Trustee Belcher.
That I have no comment.
Okay. So you have no reasons for why so you're in agreement with what he's proposing?
I am in agreement with what Trustee House is amendments.
Okay. So do you want to get explanation to the residents of why you agree with it?
No, I don't.
All right.
What is happening? What in the? Not miss. The residents need to know. I'm asking the question, even though I know the answer. I'm only asking it as if I don't know the answer because the resident needs to know. She like, no, I'm not explaining to the residents why I decided to make this decision. What? I'm surprised that Mrs. Belcher has took this position when she used the residents all the time as a scapegoat to ask questions as if she doesn't know the answer at times. And when it's brought to everybody's attention that you know the answer to this question, she says, well, I'm only asking it so that the people can know. Because the people need to know. I find that a little shocking that this is the stance she would take.
Trustee House is amendments.
Okay. So do you want to get explanation to the residents of why you agree with it?
No, I don't.
All right. Next, Trustee House.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. So Bessie, I just went through every trustee to go off of your reason for cutting whatever it is.
Trustee Holmes wasn't asked.
Trustee Belcher, you're out of order. I have the floor. So just give me a second.
Yo, man. Trustee Belcher, oh man, I don't know. A lot of mercy. There's a lot of some tension. There's some tension building between the mayor. The mayor seemed like she got really annoyed when she said no comment. She really got real firm and all right, Trustee House, she got real the mayor, all that giggling and stuff, gone. The mayor don't got that no more. The mayor don't have that anymore. Oh.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. So Bessie, I just went through every trustee to go off of your a reason for cutting whatever it is.
Trustee Holmes wasn't asked.
Trustee Belcher, you're out of order. I have the floor. So just give me a second. Trustee House, as I was stating, the items that you're proposing, I was just asking each trustee their reason for why they want to cut. So if you can give me your reasons for why you want to cut the items.
I'm sorry, my original statement was overall was cost savings to the village.
So that's why you want to reduce each item?
Yes, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Holmes?
No real explanation there, but I got you. Cost saving, to save money. Very general, I get it.
Good evening.
George,
Good
what's
morning.
up,
Good
George?
morning.
What's going on?
Okay, I guess I'm on mute now. First and foremost, I'm with keeping us full service with public work, police, and fire. We must maintain that at all costs. But I'm against cutting service, especially with our youth. We need to fund our youth and help them enhance the quality of life. And we do need a full-time grant writer.
I swear, I could say what he's about to say before he can say it, because he says the same stuff all the time. We need these services for the community. I feel that we should pass this. I don't feel we should cut anything for the grant writer. I don't think we should reduce the pay from $70,000 to $35,000. I think that the village would benefit. I just know what he gonna say, man.
To bring in these funds. And if we find it so that the income is not coming in, then we can adjust it from there. But we need a full-time grant writer. Customer service, we need full-time customer service here too. You know, if we're gonna enhance the quality of life and help this village, we have to take that risk and do what we have to do to get updated. Training, same thing with training. We have to have ongoing training. You know, safety is our priority, but, you know, I'm against cutting. You know, we have to work to do what we have to do. Thank you.
Okay. So everyone has spoken. I'm gonna give you guys my reason for why we need what we need. I spoke to almost every trustee as related to the budget. We had a budget meeting last Monday, and if anybody wanted to cut, adjust, your time was then, not the day of passing. That way everybody would have been on one accord, and we could have got through whatever the disagreements are for cutting the budget items. Grant writer, if I stated always before, we need a full-time grant writer.
I mean, at this point, I'm inclined to agree with what she's saying. Period. Like, y'all do this on purpose every time. Every time.
We need someone to go get the money, like how we've been doing before. Did you guys know that we didn't have a SAM number or DUNCE number? And since 2013, we have not been writing federal grants. Now we do the fill in the blank grants. That's okay, but right now we're trying to get different money, infrastructure money, different things of that nature. And as it relates to the youth, I'm big on youth. I grew up here in Dolton. I don't think that's right that you guys will cut the budget to hire kids when you know carjackings are happening and they're kids that's doing all the crimes that's related to Dolton, whether it's shootings, drive-by stuff, all kinds of stuff. I can go on and on. So I'm saying that we have to figure out a way to employ the youth and make sure that they have an outlet. As it relates to getting grass cut, y'all know that I have used my resources as relates to the township to get grass cut. That's a program that I want to initiate here in the village of Dolton to have the youth cut the grass, do the leaves, and also do the snow. Customer service reps. We are in need of help with answering phones. If anybody that's watching this, pay attention to the phone lines. We do not answer the phones here because we are overbooked with complaints. So sometimes they come to Larry, then they bounce to everybody's department. The clerk's department, Stacy's department over there at Public Works. So they can't really fully do their job because they're constantly on the phone taking care of that. Training. That shocked me for you guys don't want training to get educated as being a new elected official.
They want to cut the money to train them who don't know how to do their job properly on how to do their job better. Trustee Belcher is brand new. She asking questions she's supposed to know the answer to. She don't know nothing. Trustee Norwood don't know nothing. They're new to this. They ain't never did this before. The mayor has been a trustee for 8 years, and she knows how to do it, and they don't. So she's been advocating for all the trustees to get training. They need this training. They want to cut that budget for that. You guys need as much training as possible. If you want to cut everything else. Don't cut that. Y'all don't know how to do your job. It's ridiculous.
Everyone needs to go to training because obviously everybody don't know their title, their position here and what it entails as it relates to being a trustee who legislates, the mayor governs, and the clerk. So I think everybody needs to engage in more training.
Y'all don't know how to do your job. You don't know how to do your job. And you need to learn how to do it. You're running a government.
There is a motion and there is a second on the floor. I'm okay with whatever the Board of Trustees have decided. And I will always govern the town and do what's best for the residents. Services was put in by myself for public works, for public safety, which is firemen, and also the police. You know that there is a spike in crime in Dolton, and we do need more officers. We need to make sure we patrol our beats and make sure the community feels safe with what the board has decided, and also making sure that they have the services, which now I feel they have due to myself putting them in the budget. I am ready to make a vote, and Clerk Key, you can call the roll.
May I be recognized?
Well, it's not, we weren't doing a long drawn out discussion. That's why I let everybody talk how the floor, say how they felt. And I want her to call the roll so now that the residents can be heard. You guys made your decisions.
It's just one thing I just want to clear up that was misstated.
Okay, let me call the roll first, and then on the citizens address, you can speak. Because I don't want to make it a back and forth. I let everybody speak, and I said my piece, and we want to go forward. So, trustee, hold on one second. Okay.
May I be recognized and make a statement? Trying to get it all.
Okay, let me see. Okay, trustee Steves.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
The statement was made about part-time grant writer. We just made it a contract for the same amount. So it's not part-time. It's the same amount of payment. It's just a contract. That's it. Because I think we all understand and realize the need for a grant writer. We just wanted to put it on the contract. That's it.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with whatever you guys decide to do, believe it or not. And I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to make sure the residents are okay. So I just thought that you guys said that $85,000 of a $24 million budget is being conservative. That just is not how we the other. It's like it's $85,000 you took out of the budget for small items compared to things that's really needed to fix what we all ran on. So I'm just gonna move forward. Anybody else want to make a statement before I conclude this?
I'd like to be recognized, Mayor.
Okay, go ahead, Trustee Holmes.
Yeah, the only thing I want to say is we done had a lot of youth that have been cutting grass and working in the village, volunteering their time free. So I'm encouraging any and everybody, we don't need to cut our youth out. We need to pay attention to them and help them and enhance the quality of life.
May I be recognized?
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question because it sounds as if, when you're saying cut the youth. I mean, I think that it was you that explained to me that at any given time, we can always add money to the budget, meaning if we reduce it at this point to take down the spending as of now, due to the fact that a lot of these numbers are projections, that we can always go back and make changes. So for instance, if we limit it to 35,000, that does not totally mean that if the youth program, and I'm asking as the head of the youth committee, it doesn't mean that if we need more money, we can't go back to the board and ask for some at a later time, correct?
Yeah, you can always adjust the budget. But my thing is, we need that now. So why would you guys cut that? That's not gonna hurt us at all. When I created the budget was at a surplus of $13,000 overage, and everything was included that everybody wanted. We even gave the clerk a full-time clerk with benefits. So everybody got what they wanted. So for the cut little things.
Miss Belcher, what's up with you, man?
Such as, which is big to me, the youth, when we need to create things to give them stuff to do, I just didn't think that was right. I think we should definitely leave that there. And we shouldn't go back and amend that due to the fact that we're still cutting high grass, due to the fact that whether it's from a shift and you can still keep them employed here in the village of Dolton as relates to, leaves, to remove the leaves, and then also a snow removal service. So either way, I'm going to create it just so that we have that here in the village of Dolton. I was just hoping that the board was with me on making sure the youth was currently working and constantly working throughout the year, throughout the season. So that was my thing about it.
Mayor?
So, yes.
Bro, it's almost like Belcher just there to make faces in the camera. Like, she's just there to make faces and stuff. Like, that's all she's doing in the camera, just making. What's up with her, man?
Mayor, I do want to add one note.
I'm currently working and constantly working throughout the year, throughout the season. So that was my thing about it.
Mayor?
So, yes.
Mayor, I do want to add one note.
Oh, go ahead.
No, this is Chris.
Okay, Chris.
I do want to add one note. If at a later date the board does decide to raise the budget, the board can only raise the budget up to what is currently thing. They can change budget lines, but they cannot raise the overall budget for each fund without going through this same process they're going through now. So if down the line they do want to raise the budget for the youth, they would have to equally offset something on a different line item or redo this entire budget process with public hearing and everything.
Oh my fuck. Oh my God. Hell no. Just to change it, they'll have to do this type of stuff. Then they're gonna put her through this again. They're just gonna put her through it again for another. Oh my God! Like hell no. Whatever y'all want to do, just do whatever y'all decided. What y'all want to do? All right, let's. I agree. I agree, bro. I'm not going through this with y'all. I'm not. Just whatever number y'all decide on, just give it to me. Cause I can't do this with y'all, bro. I can't. I would be totally done with them.
the budget for the youth, they would have to equally offset something on a different line item or redo this entire budget process with public hearing and everything.
Mayor, may I say one thing?
Yes, go
Just
ahead.
for the record, you said clerk, and I just want to clarify that it's deputy clerk position, just
Yeah.
for the record.
Yeah, it is. It's deputy clerk for full-time for Clerk Allison Key. So, okay, moving on. So, Clerk Key, can you call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Holmes,
Aye.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Steve,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher, Trustee House,
Aye.
and Trustee Brown.
Aye.
The amended budget passed.
All right, thank you
Well,
so
we got a
much.
budget, man.
Next, we have
Damn.
citizens address.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, we got a budget, man. Man. Okay, we got a budget. Mayor ain't even give no pushback. She ain't want to argue. She accepted it. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. Whatever. We got it. We got it.
Oh, and by the way, happy birthday, Clerk Key. It's her
Thank
birthday,
you.
guys. So thank you for coming.
Happy birthday.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay, Derek.
Mayor, excuse me, Mayor,
Yes.
before you lead to citizen's address, may I be recognized?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. I just want to let all the residents know, I just want to thank everyone who has been checking on me. I've recently been diagnosed with COVID-19. So I just want to thank all the residents who've been checking in on me. I appreciate it. I want to thank my board of trustees for suggesting all of these remedies. And I'll be back in no time, guys. So thanks again.
All right. Prayers for you, speedy recovery, trustee.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. I'm gonna send you, tell your mama I need some biscuits. We're gonna send you some biscuits.
Well, listen, the mayor just happy she got the budget passed. She can start getting some things done. Hey, she ain't even got time to argue the little stuff. So that's good. That's good at this point.
You know she ready.
Yeah, I know. August 3rd.
Be recognized, Mayor,
Sure.
folks.
Trustee, go ahead.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank the residents and the community of the village of Dolton to keep our firefighter family in your prayers. You're his family. He ran into the fires to help this village. Now his family need our help. Most important is the prayers from you all. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Okay, Derek, we are ready.
Okay, so for clarity, how far do I go back on the questions? Because there were a couple of questions that came in right after the end of the public hearing. Do I go back to those, or is it at a certain point where I start reading new questions?
If we answered them already, don't repeat them. Just start off with in between, like the middle questions. So we could try to answer some of them now, and then normally we just put it on record, but Chris is here. If it's something that needs to be responded to, we'll try our best to answer it.
Okay. Will any steps be taken to reduce the second deputy chief, or are we going to address this person who's on leave? Will that be retained? If so, for how long?
Right now, the attorneys is handling that. Next question.
This is to Trustee Norwood. What are the different youth programs under the youth committee umbrella other than sports?
So we've just went over the budget. We're waiting for the budget to be finalized, but I think that the mayor she's going to implement the grass cutting, the leaves, and I'm going to work with her to do so. So we're going to work first to get the youth employed. That's our main goal, and that was the main goal with with finalizing the budget so we can have some money to start off to get the ball rolling.
Next question.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, you have no more? Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, see, Alice, you get to go enjoy your birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you guys
That is
so
the
much.
best news.
And
Okay.
thank you, everyone, for coming on Saturday and passing the budget. We passed the budget on time, so I am so happy for that. So everybody can go and enjoy
The meeting adjourned.
Mayor, I want a
We gotta
motion,
make,
motion to
gotta make a
adjourn.
motion.
A motion to adjourn.
Okay. Is there a second?
House, you motion?
Yes, please.
Brown, second.
Right, call the roll.
Trustee Holmes? Norwood? Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Steve?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher? Trustee House?
Aye.
And Trustee Brown. Did I hear Belcher?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes, aye.
Clerk Keyes,
Okay,
aye.
so the meeting adjourned at 12:07 p.m.
All right. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
See y'all
Thank you,
Saturday.
everybody.
Thank you all.
We did it, y'all. We did it. We got the budget passed, man. Thank you, everybody. I want to say thank you to all the trustees. I want to say thank you to all the viewers and the subscribers. I want to say thank you to all the trustees and the mayor for getting this budget passed finally. After all this pushback and setback and rollback and backbacks and backups. I'm happy that they were able to pass that budget. And we'll see what the relationships look like after the budget has been passed and it actually becomes time to actually start paying things and paying for things. And we'll see when it's time to vote on whether or not we want to pay stuff that's in the budget. We will see if we will have any issues. Stay tuned on the next episode. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I'll see you guys the next time. Enjoy your day and be on the lookout for the next live where we go to the next meeting where they already have a budget. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Take care.